I recently read the Colonna report, which was a investigation um, created by the Secretary General in February of this year after the allegations came out that UNRWA employees, some of them participated in October 7th. And what was so interesting in that report was just talking about how UNRWA had been taken over the years. So they were controlling procurement and services. And we have to remember Hamas won the union elections. So Hamas is controlling UNRWA. And what is great for Hamas about UNRWA? Hundreds of millions of dollars and a thousand installations in Gaza, and also access to the kids. So this is like fodder to indoctrinate kids, a pipeline for soldiers and whatnot. Money. So this was like in terms of procurement, Hamas could direct who the contractors were, who was getting the money. I'm sure they were skimming money off the top because we've heard from other aid agencies how they had to pay bribes to Hamas in order to operate in Gaza. And the installations are very important because Hamas could use those installations to do tunnels, store weapons, and there's a principle that UN facilities are what is known as inviolable, meaning no one can go into a UN facility without their permission. And Israel has been warning about this for years, and we've even seen allegations throughout the previous flare-ups of violence in 2008 and 9, in 2012, and 2014, and 2021, where Israel was saying, UN installations are being used by Hamas. A lot of times the UN denied it, sometimes they admitted it. So they're well aware of this problem, and they didn't want to do anything about it. Interestingly, also in this Colonna report, they note how there was a great lack of transparency in UNRWA's finances and budgeting, and in terms of interacting with donors. So even that report, which was trying to save UNRWA, was noting all these problems. So of course, so these problems again were well known before the war, but October 7th was so egregious. IDF going into Gaza and doing this major operation where it became readily apparent the extent to which, like, everyone knew this was a problem, but the ground operation revealed just how bad the problem was, how extensive the tunnel system was, how every hospital, school, mosque, every civilian piece of infrastructure was taken over by Hamas. And also how the UN and these UN agencies and the humanitarian agencies operating have been completely complicit. They had to have known what was going on, and they said and did nothing.